Let's talk about judging. Boy, we're good at that in today's society, aren't we? Here's what the Bible says in regards to this matter. This is Jesus speaking in the Sermon on the Mount. He says, "Don't judge so that you won't be judged. You will receive the same judgment you give. Whatever you deal out will be dealt to you. Why do you see the splinter that is in your brother's or sister's eye, but don't notice the log in your own eye? How can you say to your brother or your sister, 'Let me take the splinter out of your eye,' when there's a log in your eye? You deceive yourself. First, take the log out of your eye, and then you'll see clearly to take the splinter out of your brother's or sister's eye." Matthew chapter 7, verses 1 through 5. Point number 1. In today's society, instead of judge not, many times we as human beings in our fallen, selfish ways like to judge a lot. Number 2. We all have a log in our own eye in some way or another. This means that we have no right to judge a person for their lifestyle, their upbringing, their personal opinions on something such as politics or how wearing a face mask or the like. We need to be careful because many times we are very, very, very quick to judge. Paul mentioned in Romans chapter 14 verses 1 through 4 when he's talking about Jewish dietary code. Again, this is about faith and approval and how they were how the Romans were judging each other. It says, "Welcome anyone who is weak in faith, but don't argue about disputed matters." There again, we like to do that a lot in today's society. Verse 2. "One person believes he may eat anything, while one who is weak eats only vegetables. One who eats must not look down on the one who does not eat, and one who does not eat must not judge the one who does, because God has accepted him. Who are you to judge another's household's servant?" Boy, hits hard, doesn't it? Just because we don't approve of something doesn't necessarily mean that we have a right to go and directly tell another person that they're necessarily wrong. Point number 3. We are to keep our personal opinions to ourselves most of the time, unless we're asked for them, as not to offend a brother or sister in the family of God. Number 4. In my humble opinion, I don't think the phrase, "love the sinner but hate the sin," is loving at all. While this phrase is often meant, well, to help a struggling believer, when it was said to me when I was younger, it used to always come off to me as holier than thou. Doesn't mean it necessarily is. This means the way I perceived it. These people, to me, I thought they were perfect. Because they weren't struggling the way I was, or didn't have the habits that I had, or what have you. And finally, to get myself out of the hole when some of you all may be probably mad and ready to clobber me. Number 5. If we do disagree with something a person is doing, and we think maybe they are on the wrong track spiritually, it is never wrong to pray for anyone. However, if we're openly judging and pointing fingers at someone for doing something we disagree with, we aren't necessarily doing our best to act like Christ. I hope that this message finds you well. I hope that you are doing well, and I hope that you are blessed, and maybe a little bit convicted even by this message. Stay well, my friends. God bless.